She says one thing and it actually means something else. 1 minute I think I understand her, and the next I have no idea what she's saying. It seems like the harder I try, the further from the answer I get. Why am I even trying to understand this girl? Does this sound familiar? What is up? It is David Bauer here with another episode from Ace of Hearts Academy. Thank you for taking this time to invest in yourself, your future, and your future relationships, and congratulations on making the decision to break up with loneliness, because I promise you, your future relationship will thank you for it. By the end of this video, you will have gained an understanding of some of the critical differences in communication between men and women, and you will also understand how to pick out the subtle nuances women use when they speak, so that you can better understand her and talk to her. But first, let's address why is this important in the first place? I mean, you're probably thinking, well, shouldn't we both be trying to understand each other? Well, sadly, in today's world, it's pretty much a one-sided thing. In fact, in today's world, it's a fair thing to say that the women understand the men better than the men understand the women. Now, I know that seems a bit harsh, but this is supported by science. Women's emotional IQ and men's emotional IQ, well, they're not the same thing. Women's emotional IQ truly tends to be better at dealing with, emotions. Whereas men's emotional IQ is actually better suited to solve a problem from a more aggressive or physical standpoint, more of a physical approach. Consequently, women are better at reading emotions than men are. Long story short, she is hardwired to be capable of reading your emotions and, therefore your mind. And you as a man, well, not so much. But don't lose hope, because you can, in fact, learn how to do this. So how do we understand her better? The first thing to keep in mind is that she thinks like a woman. Are you surprised? Okay, just checking. Understand that her psychology is feminine, okay? Her psychology is female. And it has been since ancient times, and as so it will always be. So what that means is she's going to react differently to problems than you will as a man, and she's going to come up with different solutions. Now, you may not agree with all of these solutions 100% of the time, and that's okay. But understand that she has a different perspective, so she creates different solutions, and just remain open-minded to that. This is a team effort that we see playing out here. And it's been going on since forever. Call it trivia, call it a difference of opinion, and yes, on occasion, sometimes call it annoying. However, at the end of the day, it's called a relationship. Mission accomplished. Now, I do go a little deeper into how this psychology and technique works in this other video. And I also do trainings on this type of psychology and technique, not only during my workshops, but also during my courses and during my one-on-one coaching. And if you're interested in any of that, I am going to go ahead and include the links below. You can usually find a lot of this in my website. I'm going to include those links in the description below. And at the end of this video, I do have a special announcement. So if the first thing to watch out for is that she's going to take a different approach to solving problems and analyzing data, and she basically reads between the lines on everything, then what's the second thing to watch out for? Well, the second thing to watch out for is voice tone. Now, I realize that she has a higher pitched tone of voice than you, but that's not what I mean. Specifically, when she says something, how does she say it? Let's look at an example. Let's say that you say to her, hey, I'm going to go hang out with my buds. And her response is two different things. Now listen carefully. Okay, have fun. Versus, okay, have fun. Now, I put to you, which one really meant go out and have fun? Well, that's right, it was the second one. All right, in the first example that I used, her voice alone really meant, hey, I would rather you stayed home and we could maybe watch a movie together. The third thing to watch for is her speech pattern. In particular, don't look for when she says something, but rather when she says nothing. Pauses. Maybe at certain points in the conversation, she speaks a little faster. Maybe she starts to slow it down a little bit. These are all indications of her emotions projecting through her words. Pauses usually indicate something like maybe she's unsure about what she's saying, or maybe you even caught her off guard. Is she talking a little bit faster? Maybe she kind of wants the conversation to be over. Or is she slowing it down? Maybe she wants to draw the conversation out and kind of savor the moment. If she starts talking slow enough, she might even like you. Men aren't naturally hardwired to pick these indicators out, and she's really not expecting you to. Which, by the way, makes it all the better when you do, because it means you get it and she can see that you get it and she likes that. You're one of the few men that's actually taking the time to listen to what she has to say, which yields massive points for you. There's an old, and I don't know who sang it, I don't know if it was Frank Sinatra or if it was Dean Martin, it was one of those two. But there's an old song in which one of the phrases is, "Nice and easy does it every time." And no, I'm not going to take the time to sing it for you. Sorry, that's not going to work out so well. However, slow down a little bit, take some time to notice the details like that song suggests, and really look at what are the details in what she is saying. And you'll actually get more out of the conversation, but also you'll be building a stronger bond with her. Again, I do go a little deeper on the topic of psychology, attraction, confidence, etc. in my courses, workshops, and my one-on-one coaching. And if you're interested, I'm going to go ahead and include the links below. And special announcement, we are getting ready to host our first workshop. It's going to be focused on how to find somebody during this holiday season. Haven't got the date yet, haven't even really got the name figured out yet, but what we do know is we will be doing it sometime in October, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And that's the tip for this week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share with your friends, leave a comment, and as always, get out there and ace it.